Hi guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the productivity system that I've been using so far, and it fits very well for corporate jobs such as my work in Amazon. We'll talk about what I do in order to make sure no task is slipped, and also how can I put aside some time and make sure the task that I have actually met the deadline. So it's going to be a little bit different video from the previous one, but without further ado, let's jump right into it. Welcome everyone to our channel, AI Fun Fact for All. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Pedram. I have a PhD in computer science, and in this channel we talk about AI and machine learning and how we can use it in order to improve our efficiency. As I said in this video, I'm going to talk about the productivity system that I use in order to make sure that I maintain the quality of the work that I want and also achieve the highest that I have. This system or workflow will actually help you that you never lose a file, a task, or a note or an idea that comes to your mind and you want to track it later. So during my work at Amazon, I actually have blends of different productivity and lots of great ideas, but the most important part is that we have limited time and we want to make sure that we can make things done on time and we don't lose anything. The content are inspired from great quality books for productivity, such as Getting Things Done, Make Time, Building a Second Brain, and these are actually proven system for corporate work. So it is a platform agnostic, whether you use Notion, Apple Notes, you use Google Keep, or even the inferior Microsoft Suite, you can basically get the same result. So there are 4 different types of work information. So this is something that can work for tasks, basically anything that your manager or high level wants you to do. It is about ideas. If you have a new idea, a cool thing that you want to try, it's about the notes or whatever you find somewhere. It's about media or any file that you want and you want to later take a look at it. So everything that we handle at work falls into these 4 categories, and this workflow that I'm talking about will actually be applied in all of these different 4 cases. But the thing that is important that is about what principle we want to use and not about the actually tools that we are trying to utilize. And also some of you might say that this looks like a lot of additional overhead for your work, but whenever you do something and try to make it work for a few weeks, then you basically see the compounding, and then this will just become a second nature. So the core workflow in action is that the first thing, a quote from David Allen, is that our brain are for having ideas, not for holding them. So we've heard this a lot, but what the concept means is that when you are in a, for example, doing something extra and then you got some information, you want to make sure that you actually have this principle, which is actually the core, ready. So what does the core stand for? The first one is the capture, which means that you want the frictionless possible way in order to get your information. So jot it as soon as possible in your phone. So right now everybody has a smartphone, and this is the easier way compared to, for example, writing it down. So the first step is that you capture it. The second step is to organize, and organize means that every task needs to have a due date, unless the other way is that you don't even take a look at it. So if you are doing it inside some app, they actually come up with this due date concept already. So basically both of the capture and organize will happen organically at the same time. And after that, you are confident that you actually capture it, and your mind can feel free and don't need to keeping the information. So Then you need to have some slots in your time to think about reviewing what you have on your basically to-dos. So in the review session, what I will personally do is that I block some time in my calendar every day and then take a look at what I have captured during that day and try to basically reserve some time in my calendar so I actually do that. As an example, you might get a cool idea, you just want to jot it down because you are not behind your computer, and then after that on your review session of the day you basically go over your to-dos or your ingestion result, and then you're gonna see that okay, so I have this idea, let's book a time for it that I can work during your working hours, and then you can basically check off that to-do list out of your basically app. And then after that, in the last step of core is basically engagement. This is basically actually the work that you need to do. So we already have talked about how you can make your engagement more effective. There's so many basically videos also on how to utilize AI for that. But in this video, we are mostly focused on this workflow and how you can actually deploy it to basically get things done correctly. Why the system works? There are so many steps in the core workflow. You need to capture and then organize and then review and then actually engage. Why do we need all of this? So another very important quote from James Clear said that we don't rise to the level of our goals, we fall into the level of system. We shouldn't solely rely on how motivated are we in order to do a task. This has to be a system such that we, in a very worst case scenario, can also make things done. So yeah, there are some days that you are in your highest mood, highest energy and so on, you get things done, but you also don't want some other days that you don't feel very well, that these slips away. So the system make you to overcome your willpower, because willpower is actually unreliable. We have the capture, so you want something to capture it as fast as possible. Then you want to organize it, so you want to sort it out clearly. You want to put some time that you actually take a look at it, and you only check it off when you actually book a time on your calendar to review it. And after that, obviously you will review to actually see that what are open in your ongoing, and then finally actually engaging and taking the job to do the task. Finally, from ideas to impact, you want something that capture quickly, organize clearly, review frequently, and then engage effectively. So this has helped me personally to build habits, to boost clarity, reduce stress, and get more things done when you have a stress, is that when you have something in your mind that you haven't done. Otherwise, if you have the system, then you can basically feel more relief. So this is something that has transformed how me and lots of my colleagues have transformed their job, and then you can use this for any other task as well. It doesn't have to be for your day-to-day tasks. It can be for periods negotiation, implementing your cool idea or whatever. That's basically make you stay on top of your game regardless of what stage you are in. And there you have it, guys. We went over core workflow. This is basically a proven record approach that you can use in order to make sure nothing's from your plate actually get dismissed, or you ignore it, and then it makes sure that you have all of your information kept in a good location, so your mind doesn't have to think about this again. So this actually creates the system for you to stay on top of your game. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it. More importantly, subscribe to the channel so you get the upcoming videos. And if you are an AI engineer and you want to learn more about how you can use these ideas in order to improve your efficiency, you can watch this video that I talk about the tools that actually 3x my productivity. Or if you already heard about AI agents, you can watch this one that I talk about the hidden war between the protocols that's gonna win the AI communications. Thanks for watching and see you until the next one.